Yeah, properties of proportion is what I'm going to teach you, and this is one of the most important topic from this chapter. Every year, one question will come from this portion in the board paper. Okay, so it's very important. First property is invertendo. Invertendo. This is the name of the first property. So we have got four non-zero quantities A, B, C, and D that are in proportion. Okay, so it starts with saying if four non-zero quantities A, B, C, and D are in proportion, then according to invertendo property, A is to B, A is to B equal to C is to D, then B is to A equal to D is to C. This is what invertendo says. If four non-zero quantities A, B, C, and D are in proportion, then according to invertendo property of proportion, that also you can write. According to invertendo property of proportion, if A is to B equal to C is to D, then B is to A is equal to D is to C. I'll give you the proof. A is to B equal to C is to D. We'll start with that. So proof is, see, they will never ask you proof for exam. Okay, so just understand it, that's all. So A is to B equal to C is to D. This means that A by B equal to C by D. All of you know till this point. Take the reciprocal on both sides. What do you get?
B by
B by A.
D by C. D by
That's
C.
all. That's all. B by A equal to D by C. That's what. So taking reciprocal on both sides means B by A equal to D by C. Don't you think this is B is to A equal to D is to C? Second property name is alternando. Alternando. In alternando, what happens? In this, you have if A is to B equal to C is to D, then A is to C equal to B is to D. This is what this property is saying. What we were doing is A is to B equal to C is to D, right? So based on alternando, if you have a proportion in which A, B, C, and D are in proportion, you can also write it as A is to C equal to B is to D, instead of writing A is to B equal to C is to D. Okay. So how can you, what is the, we need the proof for this as well. So what is the proof? A is to B equal to C is to D. Write it as A by B equal to C by D. Now multiply it. It will be A into D equal to B into C. Right? I am multiplying D with A and B with C. C, A and C. Relation is A and C. So I have to bring C here and B and D. So I have to take D to this side. So look at the property. This definition, you look at it, then you will understand what should be taken to which side. Okay, so just A and C comes together. B and D goes together. So to C will come to the left-hand side and will become the denominator of A. D will come to the right-hand side and will become the denominator for D. Look at the property and then you can decide. So this will be A is to C equal to B is to D. Third property is componendo. If A is to B equal to C is to D, then A plus B is to B equals C plus D is to D. This is what componendo says. If A is to B equal to C is to D, then A plus B is to B equal to C plus D is to D. What is the proof here? Proof is we know A is to B equal to C is to D. That means A by B equal to C by D. Now add 1 on each side. You need to add 1 on both the sides. This will be A by B plus 1 equal to C by D plus 1. Now cross multiply, you will get A plus B by B equal to C plus D by D. You got it, right? A plus B equal to C plus D is to D. That's all. Fourth property is dividendo. Dividendo. Dividendo, what it says is, if A is to B equal to C is to D, then A minus B. Earlier what I said was A plus B. Here it is A minus B. A minus to C minus D is to D. Okay, that's all. So in dividendo, what you're doing, you're subtracting. A minus B is to B equal to C minus D is to D. Okay. Componendo, you are adding. Dividendo, you're subtracting. Earlier, what you did in componendo, you added on both the sides, you added 1, right? So here you subtract 1. That's all. So here A is to B equal to C is to D. Now A by B equals to C by D. Subtracting 1 from each side. Subtracting 1 from each side, you get A by B minus 1 equal to C by D minus 1, which will give you A minus B by B equal to C minus D by D. So you got the answer. A minus B is to B equal to C minus D is to D. This is dividendo property. Now comes the most important property. Most important property, and most of the questions are based on using this property. You have to solve most of the problems based on this property. And the name of the property is componendo and dividendo. Componendo and dividendo. Very important. Componendo and dividendo. Now, if A is to B equal to C is to D, then A plus B is to A minus B is equal to C plus D is to C minus D. This is the property. You have a proportion A is to B equal to C is to D. Then you can rewrite that proportion as A plus B is to A minus B equal to C plus D is to C minus D. Okay. Now proof is, proof is nothing but you just need to combine the proof for componendo and dividendo and then just divide it. You have the answer. Okay. So here by componendo, let's do the proof here. What you do by componendo. By componendo, what do you have? A is to B equal to C is to D implies A plus B is to B equal to C plus D. C plus D is to D. Okay. This implies A plus B by B equal to C plus D divided by D. Ratio means you can write like this. A plus B by B equal to C plus D divided by D. Now, by dividendo, what do? By dividendo, A is to B equal to C is to D implies A minus B is to B equal to C minus D is to D. Implies A minus B by B equal to C minus D by D. Just put this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. So divide equation 1 by 2. So what do you get? It is like A plus B by B whole divided by A minus B by B equal to C plus D by D whole divided by C minus D by D. Right? Just cancel out D and B, this D and D. So what do you get? A plus B by A minus B is equal to C plus D divided by C minus D, which is nothing but A plus B is to A minus B equal to C plus D is to C minus D. So this is called componendo and dividendo property, and this is very important. Most of the problem we are going to solve using this approach or this property. Okay. So we have 5 properties. First one was invertendo. In invertendo, what we are doing is it becomes B is to A equal to D is to C, right? That's all. Now alternando, A is to C equal to B is to D. By componendo, componendo is A plus B is to B equal to C plus B is to D. Dividendo, A minus B is to B equal to C minus D is to D. Now what is componendo and dividendo? That will be A plus B is to A minus B equal to C plus D is to C minus D. If I have a ratio like this, 3 plus x is to 4 minus x is equal to 4 by 5. How do I apply componendo and dividendo in this? It is like this entire thing is A, this entire thing is B. Okay, in componendo and dividendo, what you need to think is, or any property when you use, you need to understand that this entire thing is going to be your A and this entire thing is going to be your B. Similarly, this is your C and this is your D. Okay, so you understand which is your A, B, C and D. Now, what is componendo and dividendo saying is, first you have to, your numerator or the first ratio becomes A plus B. Okay, so that, see, look at this, this becomes A plus B. So A plus B means it becomes 3 plus x plus 4 minus x. A plus B, okay. So 3 plus x plus 4 minus x. Now, in the denominator or in the second part, it is A minus B. A minus B is, what is A? A is 3 plus x minus, what is B? 4 minus x. So A plus B in the numerator, A minus B in the denominator. Similarly, on the right hand side, you have to write C plus D. C plus D means it will be 4 plus 5. And what is C minus D? It is 4 minus 5. Understood? So this is how you will write it. So A plus B is, you have to add the numerator and denominator, and that will become the new numerator. Denominator will be like you have to subtract denominator from the numerator. That will be your new denominator. This approach is what we are going to do throughout. So you have to understand what is given. That is going to be your, the given numerator is A, given denominator is B. On the right hand side, what is given in the numerator, that is C, and what is given as the denominator is going to be your D. Then you have to, when you are using the componendo and dividendo property, Remember, you have to add a plus b, and denominator it will be a minus b. Assume that I have given the numbers like 3 plus x divided by 4 minus x is equal to 5. Now, where is your d? What will you consider as d? Here, this entire thing is your a. I told you, this entire thing is your b. Now, this is your c. Now, where is d? You have to put d. What is d? D is divided by 1. And that is going to be your d. If they have not given explicitly, you have to put a denominator. And that is going to be 1. And consider that as d. Okay. Now, let's start doing problems. If question is, if 8x plus 13y divided by 8x minus 13y equal to 9 by 7, find x is to y. So this is the question. 8x plus 13y divided by 8x minus 13y equal to 9 by 7. Find x is to y. So here, this is, you can apply componendo and dividendo here. So first you have to write the statement applying componendo. See, which property are you going to use? That you have to write here. Applying componendo and dividendo. This is going to be, this is A, right? This is A, this is B, this is your C, and this is your D. A plus B. First numerator is A plus B. A plus B is, what is A? A is 8x plus 13y plus B. B is 8x minus 13y. So I have written, this was my A and this is my B. So A plus B I have written. Divided by 8x plus 13y minus 8x minus 13y. So here it is A minus B. Okay, I'll write the rule again then. A plus B divided by A minus B equal to C plus B divided by C minus B. Okay. This is the rule. Okay. So here what is A and what is B? Please clearly understand. So yeah. A plus B divided by A minus B. So when there are two terms or more than one term, that negative has to be applied to all the terms. Okay. So this equal to, yeah. Now A, C plus D. C would be 9. 7 is D divided by C minus D would be 9 minus 7. This would be now 8x plus 8x plus 8x is 16x. 13y minus 13y is 0. So nothing is there. Divided by 8x minus 8x becomes 0. 13y plus 13y becomes 26y equal to, what is 9 plus 7? It will be 16 divided by 2. 8x by 13y equal to 8 by 1, right? X divided by y equal to 8 into 13 divided by, see what I'm doing is leaving x divided by y on one side and I'm taking 8 by 13 to another side. This 8 will go and sit in the denominator and 13 will go and sit in the numerator. Okay. So here 8 into 13 divided by what? 8. So what is my ratio x is to y? X is to y is 13 is to 1. So because this 8 and this 8 will get cancelled out, I'm left with 13 divided by 1. So x is to y is 13 is to 1. Here, if A is to B equal to C is to D, then show that 3A plus 2B is to 3A minus 2B equal to 3C plus 2d is to 3c minus 2d. Okay. You can do this in two ways actually. One way is using componendo and dividendo. Second approach is, in the last class, we learned something like A by B equal to C by D equal to K, A equal to BK. Do you remember that? Then C equal to DK. Then substituting the value of A and C with BK and DK. Do you remember we doing this kind of problem in the last class? That approach will give you the answer, because this is a prove that or a show that question. So you just need to take the LHS. LHS, once you solve it, you will get a value. Take RHS, when you solve it, you will get the same value. So then you can say LHS equal to RHS and there is the answer. That's one approach. Another approach is by applying componendo and dividendo. So I would like to use that because that is going to be the fastest approach. You are given A is to B equal to C is to D. That means A by B equal to C by D. Okay, this is what you know. Multiply both sides by 3 by 2 means I get 3A by 2B is equal to 3C by 2D. This is what I'm getting. Okay, multiply both sides by 3 by 2. I get 3A divided by 2B equal to 3C by 2D. Okay, then now what is the, look at the question. In the question we have 3A plus 2B. In the denominator we have 3A minus 2B. So this is clearly componendo and dividendo. So once you have this, just say that applying componendo and dividendo. Applying componendo and dividendo. What do you get now? Componendo, here numerator is 3A. So 3A plus 2B. Why 3A plus 2B? This entire thing has to be considered as A. This entire thing is considered as our B part. This entire thing is our C. This entire thing is our D. So you can take it as 3A plus B. A plus B is 3A plus 2B by A minus B. What is A minus B? 3A minus 2B is equal to C plus D. C plus D means 3C plus 2D divided by C minus D. C minus D means 3C minus 2D. So this is what the question was, right? So hence proved. So you have got 3A plus 2B is to 3A minus 2B equal to 3C plus 2D is to 3C minus 2D. So what is the given information? From the given information, you have to start and then you have to prove this. Here, question is, if 8A minus 5B divided by 8C minus 5D is equal to 8A plus 5B divided by 8C plus 5D, prove that A by B equal to C by D. So here,
Yes.
yeah, here, look at this. 8A by minus 5B divided by 8C minus 5D equal to 8A plus 5B divided by 8C plus 5D. This is what is given to you. But if I am applying componendo and dividendo, it is, you know, we always apply componendo and dividendo to get rid of one term. Okay. So whenever you do in the top addition part, numerator side, what happens is usually you get your, the negative terms cancelled out, right? In both the sides, usually the negative terms will cancel out in the numerator and the positive terms will cancel out in the denominator. That's generally the pattern in componendo and dividendo. But when you look here, what happens is in the numerator, you have 8A minus 5B. In the denominator, you have C and D terms, which is not going to help you. But you look at the right-hand side. On the right-hand side, you have 8a plus 5b in the numerator. And in the denominator, you have 8c plus 5b. Now, you do some bit of adjustment. That means you move this term to here and just interchange these two. Okay, so 8c minus 5d you take to the numerator of right-hand side, and 8a plus 5b you bring it to the denominator of the left-hand side. So when you do this interchange, applying componendo and dividendo will give you the result first. Okay, so this interchange is a property. Okay, this interchange, I told you, do this interchange. And what is this property? This property is alternando. Okay, so the property name is alternando. So you should write by applying alternando. By applying alternando, what do you get? 8a minus 5b divided by 8a plus 5b is equal to 8c minus 5d divided by 8c plus 5d. Order. Now you apply componendo and dividendo. By applying componendo and dividendo, you get 8a minus 5b plus 8a plus 5b divided by 8a minus 5b minus 8a plus 5b. This minus is common, is equal to 8c minus 5d plus 8c plus 5d divided by 8c minus 5d minus 8c plus 5d. Okay, this will give me 80 and 80 will give me 16a divided by minus 5b and plus 5b will go off. Here 8a minus 8a will go, minus 10b I will get. Here 8c plus 8c is 16c divided by negative 5d. Negative 5d is negative 10d. So 16 and 16 can get cancelled out. Negative 10 and negative 10 will get cancelled out. I'm left with a by b equal to. So did I get what I hence proved? That's it. Next question is, if p is 4xy divided by x plus y, find the value of p plus 2x divided by p minus 2x plus p plus 2y divided by p minus 2y. So what happens is, some children will just substitute the value of p. So wherever they see p, they will put 4xy divided by x plus y there and solve it in the algebraic approach. That is one way of doing it. But as I told you, in your question paper, mostly they will tell you using properties of proportion. If they are saying using properties of proportion, you cannot use that approach. So here, given information, start with given information. Given is p equal to 4xy divided by x plus y. Okay. Now here, there is no denominator for p. So I need to have a denominator for p. Why? Because I am going to apply componendo and dividendo. And when I apply componendo and dividendo, just look at this part. Okay. So look at this part. It is having p plus 2x divided by p minus 2x. So what I want first is, I want a 2x in the denominator. If I am having p by 2x form, then when I apply componendo and dividendo, I am going to get p plus 2x divided by p minus 2x. So somehow I need to have p divided by 2x in the left-hand side. So for that, what I do is take 2x from this. From where? From here, I am taking 2x. I have 4xy. So 4xy is given to me. So I am going to take 2x from there. So I get p divided by 2x. So what is left? When I am taking 2x from there, what is left is 4xy divided by 2x. What is that? 2y, no? What is left there? I'm taking 2x. So when I take 2x from there, I'm left with 2y. 2y divided by x plus y. If I take this 2x to the other side, don't you think you are getting 4xy itself? Now you apply componendo and dividendo. Applying componendo and dividendo. What do you get now? P plus 2x divided by p minus 2x equal to 2y plus x plus y divided by 2y minus x plus y. Okay, a plus b divided by a minus b equal to c plus d divided by c minus d. So this was C, this is D. Okay, so I have C and D. Now, write it P plus 2x divided by P minus 2x equal to 3y plus x divided by y minus x. This is what I'm getting, and put equation number 1 for this. Now, which is the second part? Second part is P plus 2y divided by P minus 2y. Okay, first part was P plus 2x by P minus 2x. Now I have to do the second part. Second part was P plus 2y. Okay, so I have the same thing, right? P equal to 4xy divided by x plus y is what I have. So from that, what I'll do, I want 2y. P plus 2y is what I want. So I'm taking 2y from this. I'm taking 2y. So I'm left with 2x divided by x plus y. Okay. Apply componendo and dividendo now. Applying componendo and dividendo. So what do I get? P plus 2y divided by p minus 2y is equal to 2x plus x plus y divided by 2x minus x plus y. This will give me p plus 2y by p minus 2y equal to 3x plus y divided by x minus y, right? Yeah, x minus y. Put this as equation 2. Now you add equation 1 and 2. That's the given thing, right? So you just need to add these two. Equation 1 and equation 2, you just add. Equation 1 plus 2 would be p plus 2x divided by p minus 2x plus p plus 2y divided by p minus 2y is equal to y minus x plus 3x plus y divided by x minus y. 3y plus x divided by y minus x plus 3x plus y divided by, can I write like y minus x is negative of y minus x. Is it same as negative of y minus x? Is it same as x minus y?
Yeah.
Yes. It's same, right? X minus y is what I have. So I am going to see, I can perform addition in a fraction. Okay, addition or subtraction can be performed only if the denominators are same.
Yeah.
If the denominators are different, I won't be able to do it. I have to find the LCM and then make the same denominator. Only then I can perform addition or subtraction. So here, when I look at it, I see that if I take a negative sign out from the denominator, if I take a negative sign out, I'm having both the denominators same. Just a difference of negative sign is there.
Yeah.
So if I am able to take that negative sign out, then I don't need to do that cross multiplication and all that lengthy process. X minus y is as good as y minus x.
Okay.
Negative of y minus x.
Yeah.
So instead of writing x minus y, I am writing negative of y minus x
Yeah.
here. This will be, this I can rewrite as 3y plus x divided by y minus x. This minus, no, I am bringing it to the center. Minus 3x plus y by y minus x. Either the denominator or the numerator is negative, means the entire term will become negative.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now both the denominator is y minus x. When both the denominator is same, I can just freely perform the numerator addition or subtraction. So it will be like 3y plus x minus 3x minus y divided by, so this minus is common, remember that. So this minus is common, so minus 3x minus y divided by y minus x. This is what I'm getting. So what is the final answer? 2y minus 2x divided by y minus x. So from here, again, I can take out 2y minus x divided by y minus x. So the answer is 2.